Hi babes. I have been dying to record this video for you. I swear. I've been posting about it nonstop. Perhaps you've seen it. This is going to be me chatting just briefly about Venus in retrograde in Scorpio. So I have my notes here with me, and if you know me, you know I'm super nerdy. Yeah, that's a fun fact for you. Geminis are actually pretty studious and are always taking notes or have some sort of journal or book crammed somewhere. So that's pretty true for me. I have both in my purse. People pick up my purse, and, well, not often, but people don't often pick up my purse. But when they do, they're like, oh my God, it's so heavy. And I'm like, it's all my books, my crystals, and my, I don't know what else, my money. Anyway, so Venus in retrograde. Venus is moving backwards to Scorpio. She will officially be retrograde come October 5th, and this will last until November 15th. But we are in there's shadow periods that bookend retrogrades. So right now we're in a shadow period before the retrograde is exact. And we've actually been in it for about a month now. So perhaps some themes have been coming up, perhaps some tensions or things in your partnerships or all Venus ruled things. It can even be in your money or you know, the pleasures basically of life, but partnerships is mainly the one. And this isn't just romantic. This can be friendships, your relationship with your boss, and then I like to look at it another layer deeper. It's my relationships with myself and with also with my purpose in life. Where am I at? Am I satisfied? Am I at least on the road to pursuing where I want to be? Yeah, so that's where I like to go in my mind. So I'm just referencing my notes here, excuse me. What I really want to talk to you guys about is if we are able to look back into last year around March or April, you're going to be able to see some really common themes that are going to be coming up again for you because Venus was also retrograde in Scorpio. So look back around March or April 2017, and if you're nerdy and studious like me, you'll have some pretty awesome journal entries or notes to reference. If not, maybe you can remember it. I think I have a little bit of a memory thing I'm working on, so I have to write things down or I feel like I'll lose them. Yes. Okay, so that's important. The really, really important thing, and I've been posting about this nonstop and I cannot emphasize it enough, is to watch out for times of impatient lust during this period. And this goes for everyone, but especially if you're single and dating. Please, 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 this is true always, but especially for now because there's going to be a deep level of temptation, as there is with Scorpio. And my point is to maintain your standards and to keep in mind not only the partner that you want, but the partner that you want to be. And so, you know, that's likely one that is pure and loyal and honest and just has values and respect for themselves. So keep this in mind. This is not a hall pass time, although there may be plenty of temptations and exes and all sorts of things coming from the past to sort of try to steer you off of your path. So I would encourage you, stay strong to your beliefs. You've got this. We're all in it together. I sound like a bumper sticker, you know, like just do it. Anyway, you totally can just do it, but not do it in that way. Oh my God. Cut. Just kidding. I don't have a camera woman, so this is on auto play. I'm just recording this whole thing straight through. You get the bloopers and everything. Okay, so back on topic, Chrissy. So the other thing is, this is a great time, as much as you may want to project your passions and energies out into the world and onto your partners, and you may be feeling a little bit aggressive as well, because there's a certain aspect happening between Venus and Mars. And also Scorpio is sort of ruled by Mars as well. It's like the sub-ruler. It's ruled by Pluto, but also Mars has a say in Scorpio. So there's this controlling and power-hungry energy that comes with Scorpio at times. So just be mindful of this, be mindful of where you may be trying to control your partners. And even if you're not verbally expressing this, they can energetically feel it. We are all one, which is a beautiful thing, but also a thing to be mindful of. So keep that in mind. The other thing I really want to emphasize is, instead of projecting all this energy out onto others, project it back in to the self. And this could be a really good time for you to really grow as a person, and use the retrograde period as a time of not hibernation, but just a time of self-reflection. Really try to keep the emotions calm and level, and kind of give yourself a little bit of an analysis, give yourself a check-in, and do it without judgment, because that never helps anything. Nobody likes to be judged, including yourself. So do it lovingly, but do it honestly. And I really would just invite you to take an inventory, see where you could be better, see where you could be a more loving partner, a more giving partner, a better employee, a better daughter, a better mother. Just getting better is a good plan, and it will be, you'll be assisted with it with this retrograde. The biggest headliners with it, though, is to watch for ghosts and snakes of the past. And I wrote about this, and a lot of you guys responded, and I could tell it really was resonating. And if I look back around this time, or around the March-April time I told you guys about in 2017, there was definitely a few snakes that were crawling back in, and you need to be aware, and then you need to stay strong, because there's nothing there for you. There may be something that feels like, oh, it's karmic, it's supposed to happen, or we didn't complete everything together, speaking with another person romantically. And the only thing you're going to learn there is another heartbreak, and that will teach you for sure. There's one thing that'll teach you, it's a heartbreak. So ask yourself if you want that. Ask yourself if you want to go through a little bit more trauma that may take years to heal. I'm speaking all from experience here, okay? This is the loving, non-judgmental analysis here. But yeah, ask yourself the question, do you want to go through the trauma and heartbreak, or would you rather just be aware, say no, and you know what? See if after this retrograde there's still something there. I don't know if there would be because of the ways of the energy in the planets. It's just too weird. It's been too spot on that they'll come back during retrogrades and they disappear right after. So just be honest with yourself, know that this is the history, know that this is what's going on, and maybe you are meant to engage these people, but just on a more respectable level, and just maintain your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with that. Perhaps there is some karmic baggage that needs to be lifted. So explore that. That's for you to explore, but I would just encourage you to maintain respect for yourself always. Always, always, always. And what else do I want to say? I think that is it. I've kind of ranted a little bit. I don't know what all I'll share with you guys. I'll probably have to cut it and all kinds of things. So that is your Venus retrograde in Scorpio. I hope I was able to shed a little bit of light on this. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna do a mini reading series. I was torn. I was going back and forth, like, should I do it? Should I do it? But I'm gonna do it. I've just decided in this moment. So many people were like, what does this mean for me specifically in my natal chart? And so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a mini reading. It's gonna be super cheap, super affordable, super easy. You're just gonna send me your birth details if you wanna get one done. If not, whatever, that's fine, no biggie. you'll send me your birth details. I'll run your full chart, provide you with your full chart, and then I'll check out where Venus is falling in your chart, which will give us a good indicator of what area of your life is going to be really receiving a lot of energy. And then also I'm going to look at your Scorpio house, which is also going to be highlighted during this time. So I do it all like written style, and then with pictures of your birth chart, and it's really cool. I think a lot of people really like the mini readings because it's a short, sweet, just like a bite-sized chunk of astrology without doing a full reading that can be a bit overwhelming. So, which I totally get, I understand it. Personally, I love minis because I feel like I can touch a lot of you guys really quickly. So it fills me up with a lot of joy, and like I feel very productive. Like I get a lot done and I get to just serve a lot of people. So it's a true honor for me. So thank you guys to everyone that I've done a mini reading for. I think you've all loved it, and I appreciate you trusting me with your stars. I appreciate you listening and trying to be aware of what is going on in our planet and what is going on in our world. I think that with everything I do, my greatest intention is to elevate your awareness of self. And if I can do that, my goal and purpose, I feel, is totally complete. So I love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and happy Venus retrograde in Scorpio.